Hello and welcome back. If you're new to my channel, I'm Deirdre, and today I'm starting a month of zone cleaning, and you're invited to clean along with me. If you'd like to do that, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this sort of thing. And it's not one of those be clean things. There will be parts of me cleaning, no doubt about it, but it's more about getting the structure right so that it's something you can take on board and then adapt to your own life and your own home and also the way you do things. Because I think that's the only type of system or process that will ever work, and it's one that will work for you, your way. So today is my zone 1, and it's my entryway, little entrance hall and balcony. Now the first thing I want you to do in this space is to set your timer for 15, 20 minutes, even half an hour if you've got a lot of things to declutter, but no more than half an hour. And this is day 1. And you will go through the space and declutter it. Work out what should be there, what you like having there, and basically take anything that doesn't belong away and decide where it should be. If it's meant to be somewhere else, you put it in its place. You know, a place for everything and everything in its place. And if it's something you don't like anymore, then either give it away or perhaps sell it. And if it's broken or any form of rubbish, you know what to do with that. So that's the first day. Clean the area by decluttering it, tidying it up, and taking the things that don't belong out of there and putting them where they do belong. So let's have a look at what I've got. So here we are. This is my entranceway. You've been here before if you've followed along with me. Now the obvious things here are the bags of potting mix. Now what I would like to do is to take these back to the balcony where they'll get more sun. I might even pop them out in the garden for the summer. And then I've got to get rid of these, and the way I'm going to get rid of those is by refilling these, I think. I'm going round in circles because they seem to make worse watermarks than any of the other pots. And I do have to deal with the watermarks, and I still don't know how to do that. I've tried so many different things. Now, the one thing I think I can probably get rid of here, because I never use it, is this lantern. And I think, oh, but it's really nice. I like that lantern, but I don't know where to put it. The only other thing out here is my little rabbit, my hare, and he's fine. And the olives are growing really well. So this is the thing I have to think about and try to sort in my head what I'm going to do with it. And I'm going to have to go up to the shop and buy a couple of new plants, because I want something to put in those 2 areas there at the side of the bench. Now the other area, as we walk straight in to my entry area, and really I do keep this fairly tidy and decluttered. As you know, I've done it many times. I have my utility cupboard here, which I just did the other day. Apart from that, I've got these bookshelves. No, I won't declutter my vacuum cleaner. And some little bits and pieces around, and I definitely need to think about what I need to do with those. Over here, I definitely have to sort out my cabinet. It's full of just those things that you put away. I haven't had my pretties out. I've got some of the photo albums in there, some extra books. Yes, things that I sorted out and was going to sell years ago, but you know what? You just come to that point where you just can't let another thing go. So this does need some sorting out and some tidying up, and that's a good thing to get on with. That's the one area that I do have to sort out. And then out here and on the balcony, it's actually pretty good. I've been doing this. It needs cleaning. We had a huge wind last night, so everything gets blown around, but the plants are quite healthy. I have to get something to go in this basket, and I mean everything needs feeding, but there is no decluttering to do out here, which is rather good. Just got healthy plants. The only things I really want to get rid of are the chairs and the table. Got my lettuces, and I just keep pick a couple of leaves off each, and I've suddenly got enough for a small salad. So the balcony is fine, but you know your spaces and you'll know what you have to do in all of yours. So this is the area decluttered a bit. I've moved the bags of potting mix, and I bought 2 new plants which I've put in here. Now I think I will have to pop them into bigger pots, but they're actually going to get quite tall. I may end up with them out on the other balcony, but I just thought they were pretty amazing. They're a cordyline and they're chocolate, and I was going to vlog it, but oh, it was absolute bedlam. I've moved a few of the pot plants, and I've moved the pots that stained the cement. So we'll see if I can get that clean this time round. These ones are almost finished. The cyclamen are nearly finished for the year. I'm all getting a bit sad. But the little, just picking up my keys, which I'd left hooked over there. But my little olive is doing very well. I'll give them a good water in a minute. I always water them in the evening, anything in the evening. So that's doing really well. I'm happy with that. And that's nicely decluttered. I'll show you what I did on the balcony. I moved those 2 pots that have stained the concrete, and you can see why now. They've sort of got a degraded bottom. I'll end up painting them, but at the moment I'm just using them to get the irises up and into the sun, because they need more sun. Honestly, there's so many helicopters going over at the moment because it's Melbourne Cup weekend. Everybody's taking helicopters everywhere. So these I'm going to have to wriggle things a bit, but at the moment it's a little bit crowded, but there's still room for me to sit, and to be honest I'd rather have plants. There's still room for me, so that's all that matters, isn't it? Now the other area that I really do need to apply some thought to, but it's more design than decluttering. It's just that I'm going to have these things. I'm going to keep them. I'm not getting rid of them, and they're fine where they are. It's not overcrowded. But I would like to make this look a lot better. So that will happen, I think, tomorrow, because I'm not really certain what I want to do with it. But I'm going to think about it and try to sort out how I want it to be organised so that it looks really good when you come in. Apart from that, there's nothing really in here that I had to declutter. Maybe some of these things will move into that cupboard when I'm shifting things around. I really don't know at this point. That's all up been about 25 minutes of tidying up and decluttering these 3 areas. There wasn't a lot in here to get rid of, but having said that, I'm pleased that they're clear and now they're ready for me to clean them tomorrow. And it's the second day of cleaning Zone 1. Now normally it wouldn't take 2 days, to be honest, let alone 3, but because I've given myself a couple of extra tasks, it has. Now what I have done out here, and I didn't set the timer, which I normally would, but it just had to be done, I have actually scrubbed it all in white vinegar, and I think that that has got rid of the scale, which is fabulous. Now that means I haven't had time to do these windows or these ones, which are actually in desperate need of being done, but that will either get done in a gap during the week when I find I've got more time, or I in fact may have the window cleaner come and do the exterior parts of the house before Christmas, which is always a nice idea. Okay, so I have my cordylines in here and I'm happy with that, and I think I've got the worst of the scale of the coloured concrete, which will be amazing. You can see it's actually cleaned where the vinegar is. You can see where the cleaning has been greater than in other areas, but we'll see what it looks like when it dries. I did a test patch and let it dry and it looked great. So fingers crossed for me, but it's always good to wash this down anyway because it doesn't get any natural rain on it, and it just needs a wash. It gets very, very dusty if I don't do it. So that is the entranceway done for this month. Now the next area is my little entrance hallway, and I have also spent far more time in here than I would normally because this has needed to be done for a long time. I've been really frustrated by the way that the cabinet was looking, so I've decided to go with basically an all white theme, pretty much white theme. I like that little pop of red, and it shows off the little Swarovski crystal clown sits in there. But I enjoy the glitter and the sparkle of it, and it looks much more simple than it did before. What of course I am left with is a great pile of books that were in there, and that's what was making it look so heavy. Also got some things that can go down into the area below, which is perfectly tidy and does have some gaps. I'll pull those books out, they can come out as well. Some few Christmas candles and things in there. Now what I'm going to do is I've got this bookcase and this one with some gaps. So I've got my little timer out, and what I want to do is to clean down. I've got the spray there. I'm going to just using the Method all-purpose spray. I'm going to clean down this bookcase and the one that is in fact the divider between this room and this entrance area and the living space, and then I will put those books back in here, and that will get them out of the way, and then I'll do a quick wipe around to get rid of any of the cobwebs and vacuum, and I might actually mop all at once a bit later on. That will be this area done. So if I extend this to 30 minutes, that will be okay if it does take that, but if I set my little 15-minute bell, I think I'll be amazed at how much I actually get done. So here it is, and now I'm going to just spray these down, clean them, dry them, put the books back in, get them off the floor, and the same on the other side. And of course this is what makes me feel like a really old person. I shouldn't say that, that's not fair, but you know what I mean, that stage when I noticed that my parents stopped seeing dust because frankly their eyesight wasn't that great. But no, I have no excuse like that there was serious dust there. And now these aren't the most well painted skirting boards or baseboards, and they do need a coat of paint to tidy them up. But isn't it nicer when they're clean? We'll remove the worst of the dust. I am going to have to move the whole shelf, but I'll do it when I'm in the living space. But look at this. Yep, it's really grotty. Here we are. Is that a term that New Zealanders use? Or is it a general term? Grotty, meaning ick. And here is my entranceway all set up. It's looking fresh and clean and tidy, and I have zoomed around and done the clean and vacuumed and mopped. And I know I didn't take you with me because it's nearly dark on a Sunday evening and I really need to get this done. So everything is dusted. I have washed that window, and mainly of course in here I have put a lot of books back into this bookshelf just to tidy it up a bit, but also because I took a lot of them out of here. It's less busy. It's the busyness that I wasn't liking about the way it was before. And then over here I have just cleaned in this shelf, and I have dusted everything, cleaned everything, and reorganised it a little. I have some other books which I need to put down in here to fill up that bottom piece. These are a lot of my old childhood books from when I was a child, and some leather writing book boxes that I've had for a very long time. So all sorts of things in here. Okay, so that's this piece. Oh, and look at that, who's just wandered in. Hello, you. Yes, have you come to say hello? Have you, Tom? Good boy, but I don't think your mum likes you visiting. No. You've just come in through the open door. That's fair, darling. Well, I don't know. Umbrella just fell down, doesn't seem to worry him. Come on, you can come and help me do the balcony. Can you do that? Good boy. Yes, he just dug his claws into my leg. It's not very polite, darling. Show people your pretty blue eyes. You are a very pretty cat. You're being cheeky because my grandkitty's gone home this week. Now I'm going to clean the balcony. I've got the chairs stacked up, but I need to get in here and clean. Look, it was really windy the other day, not last night, the night before, and all of this is just blowing around, and this is really dirty, but even so, this is such a nice little part of the world. It makes the difference between an apartment that I love to live in and one that I couldn't live in. There we go. It's 15 minutes. Let's see if I can get it done.
Imagine a world where we all belong, where no one's left out, dressed in our finest, walking the walk. Imagine what we could do. Happy days be our guess, happy days manifest. Let's stand together, put a smile on our faces, fill us up with your grace and make us better. Dress us for our weather. Shelter, everyone's free, and the best they can be.
So that's the end of your week 1. You should have by now step 1 decluttered and step 2 gone through each of your areas that you cover in your zone. Maybe it's a single zone, maybe you like to do your kitchen first. It's always a good place to start when your house is feeling a little bit under the weather. So wherever you started, you've got your day of 15 minutes in each area sort of decluttering, and then you've got 4 days even of giving your other areas in that zone a really good clean. And that means everything from the top down. Go around with the spider broom, whatever your spider broom or duster looks like, and then dust everything, wipe it down, and as you move down, you're dusting and wiping with a damp cloth as well. You're cleaning off the fronts of any of your glassed artwork. You're cleaning the skirting boards or baseboards. You're cleaning the rugs. Now, you didn't see it, but I actually flipped over my rug as much as I could without moving the bookcase, and vacuumed the back of that as well as underneath it. And that's always a good thing to do. Vacuum both the underneath of your rug and what is underneath your rug, the floor that's underneath it, but also the back side of your rug as well as the top. And then that's really about it. You clean any mirrors, you clean any windows, and you look around you and you say, look, my area is not just tidy but decluttered and clean. So if you'd like to continue doing a deep clean of your home for the rest of November, following along with zone cleaning, then please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll be back with zone 2, which is my kitchen. And yes, I will be cleaning with you along in that. So I hope that whatever you're doing, you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.